The first time I found this location in ASA, I always thought it would be a really thick base location, potentially. It's really, like, there's really no other spot on the island that's like this. It has, like, all these, like, cool little, like, all these cool little holes and little kind of, not really islands, but, like, kind of, like, pillars. And, like, there's this, like, there's a lot of cool foliage. A lot of, like, neat little, like, connections. I don't know, I felt like I could really do something, like, cool with this. So we got the first few foundations put down. I just forced him to, whatever, a nearby theory to clear out some of the brushes for me. But yeah, this isn't permanent. But, like, this is kind of like scaffolding. I'm just kind of, like, getting my ideas together. I feel like this area here where most of the, whatever. This area here where most of the foundations are is definitely going to be, like, the centerpiece to the base. And I feel like I'm probably going to have, like, maybe some, like, big, like, sets of stairways that, like, kind of lead up to, like, sort of the upper area. And I might also have, like, some little stuff, like, around these pillars that maybe extends over there or something. Of course, all of this is subject to change, but this is kind of what I'm thinking. Alright, so this is the update now. I've got, like, I think I know, like, I want this to be like a bridge or a bit. Oh, so that's been damaged a bit. Yeah, I want this to be like a little bridge over into... I'm still wondering what I'm going to do with this part. But yeah, I've got, like, some pillars set up around here. And I have this little walkway up to here. And I definitely want to leave this tree, because this tree looks really cool. It definitely really fits the area. So I kind of want to have this to where, like... Don't know what I'm going to use this for yet. I'm thinking maybe putting, like, some lystros or something. Like, down here. And it could be, like, a mini, like... Not really like a zoo, but just kind of like a little, like, nature-y area, because I definitely want to include a lot of, like, the natural terrain in this build, because it's a really cool location. So, an update. I have cleaned up a little bit of stuff around, but main thing is I have built part of, like, one of the first buildings. Granted, this is, of course, not finished, but yeah, I haven't done the interior on it yet, but I think it looks pretty good. I like having, like, a good amount of walkway in front of it. And I feel like the top here, like this area up here, is going to maybe have, like, a tower that leads up to, like, the top area up here. I feel like that could maybe be pretty cool. Like, build, like, some pillars up. Maybe go to one of these cliffs. I feel like that could be cool. Yeah, it's still work in progress, so yeah. Alright, so made a lot of progress since I last saw you. I decided on, whatever, the placement of the tower. So I built it up. I still haven't, like, fully integrated it down here. Like, I'm probably going to, like, change, like, this a little bit. I'm just going to, like, clean it up, you know. It just looks a bit, like, crude right now. But yeah. So these railings, first of all, they're not actually connected to the spiral staircase. But just by connecting them to the pillars, it actually works completely well as a railing. Like, unless you jump, you can't actually fall off, which is really nice. Also, I actually think it doesn't look too bad. Like, for it actually not being connected, it actually looks really good. But yeah, you come up here, then I have a little offshoot here to a house that I'm building. Now, I plan to have a lot of houses up here. Like, I'm thinking this isn't going to be the only offshoot. Like, I think I'm probably going to have another offshoot over here. Maybe I have, like, a little building here. Then have an offshoot, like, down to here. Maybe have something over there. Basically, I plan to have this, like, entire area be kind of like a network of, like, little bases. I feel like that could be really cool. Alright, so I got the house finished. I think it looks pretty good. Kind of like the slanted, like, roof. To get it a little bit, like, farther out, I didn't want it to go, like, all the way down to the end. So I have, like, half walls separating it. So the roof sits technically like a half wall above the actual top. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Interior, I kind of like what I did with the interior. Having like, I like how it's kind of open. There isn't really like sectioned off rooms. It's just kind of like, I mean, there's like a little like upper area, like two little upper areas. I should probably put like railing there or something. But yeah, and then you have like the little balcony over here, which I like. I like this tree here. I kind of want to keep the tree, even though some of the leaves do poke in a bit. But like, I want to try and leave most of like these big trees here because I think it really adds to it. I feel like it wouldn't really look too good like without the trees. I think that's like a lot of what makes this area good. So yeah, finished up the first house, and now I'm going to start expanding over this direction. So a good while later, I have made a good bit of progress, as you can see. So I connected the whatever. I connected the stairway to the inside of this, and it kind of goes the other direction, so that it can kind of like spiral in, because otherwise it would be like spiraling like partially into the rock, and that would have been kind of weird. But yeah, it comes up here. You can like get off here. There's like this upper area if you want. Then there's also, you can keep going, and I added a little extension to it, this area, which leads into this little house. Don't really know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but I like that I kept like the bamboo here. It looks like really nice in this place. Like I said, still don't really know what I'm gonna do with this yet. But yeah, I might do something like, I might do like the interior of the whatever of the buildings in like a sequel video potentially, so I can like get ideas in between episodes. But yeah, I also put a little whatever. I finished off some of these, which I should probably have facing the same way as that, but I'll change it later. But yeah, fenced off this area so it looks a bit more purposeful. I mean, it is purposeful, but I need to actually look purposeful. Yeah, I'm trying to incorporate as much of like the actual foliage and like nature that was in this place originally, while still making it seem like developed. So yeah, railings really help with that, because it just makes like areas that are kind of more wild look actually purposeful that they're wild. But yeah, next I'm probably gonna work on like, I don't know, maybe like some sort of like boat dock here. Maybe like a little like boat like dock house here or something. Maybe have the boat dock like extending over this way. I don't really know yet. So I have made a lot of progress so far. So I decided to whatever. I decided to finally find out what I'm doing with this top part. I've used thatch for the roof because I want it to feel more like a bit of like an outdoor patio with like more of like a cloth over it and like an actual like hard roof. And here I just put like some I started doing a little bit of like interior design. I did just like a little like, I don't know, I guess like dinner area here. A little like campfire with some benches around it. Over here there's just like some preserving bins. And over here, do not ask me how long it took to get this roof looking like this. It took a lot longer than I want to admit. But yeah, and then I have these little piles of boxes around. I think it really adds to it. Yeah, I'll actually go over there. Inside, yeah, like this little, it's supposed to be like a little like dock or like trading post kind of area. So I have like kind of like the benches. This is where like, I guess like the merchant or something would stand. Just like some more storage down here, and then up here, there's like more boxes and storage. I think it gives it a nice aesthetic. And obviously I built out the docks a bit. So yeah. I don't really know what section I'm going to try and do next. I might like finish up this a little bit and then maybe do the top area up there. Alright, so I made a good bit of progress. You're going to see it up there. So first of all, I just kind of finished off this area Still don't know exactly what it's going to be yet, but I just kind of gave it a roof just to make it look a bit more complete. Obviously, it's not yet, though. Same with, like, the interiors to these buildings. And this is the newest one I built. I kind of like it. It's pretty basic, but, like, I think it still looks pretty good. I like how the roof comes out and covers, like, both patios. You have, like, two, like, whatever. Like, different layered patios. Then the inside is a little unique. Since I kind of used since it, like, slopes up a bit, I just put the foundations one up, and then just gave it, like, some stairs here, and then have access to the upper area on the sides. Yeah, once again, I can definitely, there's a lot I can do with the interior here. But yeah, I might save that for, like, maybe a part 2 or something, because I've spent a lot of time on this, and I'm getting a bit tired. So yeah, I might just make, like, a part 2 to this. We'll see. But yeah, this is progress so far. I plan to probably extend this, like, area probably out to at least, like, here. I mean, we'll kind of just see how big it gets, I think, because it's already pretty big and there's a lot of room to expand, and I have a lot of cool ideas for it. So yeah, I guess I hope you enjoyed this one, and I guess maybe look out for part 2 where I finish this and maybe take some ideas on, like, interiors. But yeah.